Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of City Skylines. I'm your host, KirinDave, creator of the most metal and possibly worst city ever created. You'll notice that we're running at a little bit of a lower resolution today. Sorry about that, but that's because we're doing it in service of a little bit of a change in format. Welcome to the Relentless Perdition, the District of Relentless Perdition, Lyinginbedmon. How's it going?
Well, it looks pretty good, although there does seem to be quite a bit of a traffic backlog here.
Well, that would be because this is actual traffic hell. So you don't know a ton about this playthrough. You've been avoiding this game a little bit because of the saturation of coverage.
I've watched a grand total of about 5 minutes of your last episode.
Well, that's fair. That's fine. Why don't we get you caught up to speed? Because you have not seen the beauty and the glory that is Unyielding Torment. Unyielding Torment is a city that I've made with basically if Metalocalypse was in charge of urban planning, or any other extremely...
Or Deathclock.
Yeah, well, I mean, same
Actually,
deal.
no, if Deathclock was in charge, they wouldn't care about it functioning, it would just be on fire.
Well, I trust me when I tell you that often does happen here. So let me just walk you through some of the basics of this. Oh, no, I missed another building. Oh, well, that's fine. Let me just walk you through some of the basics. So here we have our entrance, right? And you come in, it's not so bad. There's a couple people living here next to the water towers, which is not the best, but you come in here, right? And the first thing you find as you head this way is that the roads become one way as you enter. Right around here, the road becomes one way. So once you're in this area, which by the way is got a coal power plant, you can see the ground is a lovely shade of purple. Once you're through that area, you're locked in. There is no effective way out of this environment. You could see this this intersection here. There's really no reason to enter here. Right.
So in fact, you enter into Unyielding Torment, and then you cannot leave.
Well, you enter into the Relentless Perdition district. By crossing through the class, you pass by the class divide. This separates the haves from the have-nots in Relentless Perdition, which we're just making it terrible. Like, for example, here we have the cemetery right next to the firehouse, right? So if there's any burn victims, they could be lofted. One of the best things is that people are working, right, and living right next to where they work, right? So that's like sort of suboptimal. So what we've done is we pumped a ton of medical clinics in here so that they have to continue working. They just go to the clinic and then they go directly back to work.
Makes a bit of sense. Yeah. Efficient.
The class divide here is set up with this very increasingly dense commercial and a roundabout. So to get to where you need to go to shop, you have to walk. There's no parking, right? Except for these assholes here, like this hatchback, Albert Smith, is parking in a roundabout, which really should not be allowed.
That's a really bad idea.
Yeah, but if you look...
You don't really have to deal with roundabouts much in the US, but here in England, they're a big deal.
Yeah, well, you see, I picked them because they're the worst traffic management imaginable when there's pedestrians. The pedestrians want to get to the commercial, but there's no stopping, so they have to put their lives in their hands every time. If we put it up to max speed, it's like, oh god, or no, oh please, no! You know, everybody's just got to watch out.
There is actually a roundabout near to me that does actually have stop signs on certain so people can cross.
Really?
Except that the problem that this creates is that occasionally you'll be trying to cross and there's 2 consecutive islands that have nothing on them except for, like, pedestrian crossings. Wow. So you can get stuck there.
That sounds great, actually.
Whoever designed that roundabout was not thinking very clearly.
No, they were thinking the way that we think here in Unyielding Torment. So anyways, the part of the real, depression of it's like a kind of a urban hellscape. So Relentless Perdition is sort of like, to get out of Relentless Perdition, there is a way out so these people can leave Relentless Perdition. You have to cross...
There is a small, little-known escape route.
Well, no, you have to cross the Bridge of Souls, take the Murder Road, and then cross...
God, You've created some kind of Greco-Roman mythology state.
Yeah. And then you have to cross the Bridge of Life, and that allows you to return back down to here. And this area is actually pretty nice. This is absolute despair. This is where all those emo punk rockers come from, and they sing, "I'm so sick."
Is every district in this place named after like a rock album or something?
No, they're more named after states of mind, right? So this is where a lot of people live, but they live in sort of a urban malaise that really does not offer them any wholesome structure to their lives, and so they feel, despite the fact, like they feel happier because they're not in this hellscape called Relentless Perdition, but they still don't feel quite satisfied because their lives don't have meaning. A lucky few get jobs over here, and we all must feed, which is the farming district. And you can see...
Are you sure these aren't named after albums?
No, so you can see that, for example, we've got Mary's Livestock here, named, of course, after, the mother of God. And then here we have just, I don't know, some free-range pigs that are eating, which is good. So, this is a pretty nice area. I would say this is one of the nicer ones. We all must feed.
I feel like in, Unyielding Torment, Mary's Livestock would be better named after Mary Magdalene.
Well, I mean, I'm not even gonna...
Or possibly even Bloody Mary.
Well, really, you can do whatever you want, right? Part of the real despair is that it's sort of non-specific. So then, of course, last time we made the bridge of insanity. This is just a completely pointless pedestrian bridge that it goes up quite high in the air, right? And allows people to commute over here to Oberon's demise, where we are removing all the forest for our forestry industry.
Hence the name, I presume?
Yes, and so, you can actually walk over here from this district. You can kind of head over here from, this kind of low-budget industrial district, which is rather nice, but of course, very close to where we all make all our food, so really kind of questionable if you want to mess up here. There's no police department, there's just lunch. And, yeah, so here
So everyone makes their shady deals over dinner.
Well, I mean, everybody, okay, there we go. So here we have Brittany Dixon. We can follow Brittany Dixon. Brittany Dixon has a multi-day commute to work, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she just sort of calmly walks. There's no water, there's no food, there's no safety up here, right? It's just, Brittany, the elements, and herself. This, we're on day 3 of her walk to work, my friend. So,
wow.
I mean, yeah.
So basically that's like a pilgrimage to work.
Yeah, and then, of course, because she walked to work, she has to walk home. Now, I mean, whoa, Brittany, whoa, you're going there. Okay, now, never mind, of course, that Brittany could have just taken surface streets. And, had this convenient, here we have a fire department, maybe she could have gotten some water there, a police station, maybe she could have asked for help. But no, and up here, there is no law on the Sky Bridge. There's no way for the police to get up there. So
there is no law on the Sky Bridge. Does sound like a dystopian novel.
Actually, you know what? You're right. Let's get this done right here. Let's get this done right here. Right there. Okay, and then I love that you can just do extremely arbitrary regions. Okay. And this is called Sunnyside Heights, which is not bad, but it's actually... There is no law here. Okay? And now, let's go up here. No. Maybe, here? Where are the, I forget. Policies, yeah. So we can do up here, we could be things like there's a smoking ban up there. But you can get high, right? But it's a smoking ban, so I don't really know what you do.
There are many ways to mess with your head.
Yeah, I mean, so you can do what you want, right?
Maybe they just go up there and read Ayn Rand.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you're not allowed to bring your pets.
Oh, heavens.
Over here, by the way, Relentless Perdition has but one rule. No pets. Right? No
Does
pets.
anywhere actually allow for pets? Is this a pet-free city?
No. Most of the places, again, Absolute Despair has most of the creature comforts you want. It just doesn't comfort you from the fact of just how completely depressed you are with your life. I mean, that's sort of the great irony of Absolute Despair.
So does City Skylines actually, take into account relativity inside of the different regions? So if you have one that's absolutely horrifying, like Relentless Despair, then everyone else feels better by, comparison?
I don't know, but I like to imagine so. One of the things I love, right, is that this water is all polluted because these people live right next to the sewage outlet. So, these folks right here, I don't even know if you look, right? I think I actually gave some of these folks, a special pipe. No. But, I mean, you can just imagine these folks are literally pooping downhill, right? And that's just the nature of the world for them.
Well, in some places, that's what is literally done.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's good for them.
In some places full of terrifying, horrifying intestinal parasites.
So I'm hoping that you, we have the biggest problem we've got around here is that all of our medical budget is concentrated in just forcing the workers of Relentless Perdition to work. So we kind of have this problem you know, with too many, we have to have so many clinics. We could build a hospital at this point, but I don't really feel like it. Let's build another clinic. There we go. That should help. And I love this, like, good morning, everybody. What a beautiful sunrise.
That seems like the definition of medicating the problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's true. Meanwhile, there's no law up there. It's just like a picture of, like, a dude with weird hair and then unhappiness.
Yeah, radical dog isn't even allowed up there.
Yeah, radical dog. So, I'm going to pause. We could take a look at our demand graph, and we're looking for commercial, we're looking for residential. I was hoping that you, with your similar interests in movies, could help me in designing the next segment of this hellscape.
Ooh.
Right? So, for example...
what are we looking for? Crystal Lake or something else?
I'm not sure. I mean, so if I zoom way out, you could see that I bought a cross here. One of the reasons that I bought a cross here is that, where is the resources? Not outside connections, natural resources. There's a big, big patch of oil here, which I feel like is perhaps the ultimate sign of metal. Like, oil refineries are the most metal places.
Well, it's an oozing black liquid that can be lit on fire for long periods of time, so it works very nicely.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to end up going down here for the ore deposits, because mining is also extremely metal. We could also go over here. If we step out of this natural view, you can see there's a bunch of mountains over here. And I mean, what metal community is not safe without a place where cave trolls can live? So,
There be monsters here.
There be monsters here. So the traffic is getting pretty bad here, which is suboptimal, and that's mostly because...
I thought the whole thing was meant to be suboptimal.
Well, I mean, the thing that's tricky here, my friend, is that we need to make sure that the city doesn't actually get abandoned. It has to be just tolerable, right? Like, people need to be on the edge of exasperation, but not so much that they want to pack up and leave.
Right.
So that's the key. That's the key to this game.
So it has to be just good enough that people don't flee.
Yes. So I'm thinking that maybe what we want to do is buy up this region here, right? So that we can fix the input to our city.
Okay.
It's not that expensive. We have 152K. We're making 5K a week, and it's about a weekly or. Yeah, weekly income. So we're making a lot per day. And so this is pretty easy. And the natural resource story isn't too bad up there. There's a little bit of farmland and then some more forestry. So, I mean, it's not bad.
There could be worse places. In fact, there probably are.
Yeah, in fact, there's one just south of it. So I think the problem here, if we look at this traffic, let's speed it up so we can see. Right, so let's solve this first, and then we'll think about the oil and whatnot. The big problem we've got here is that all these buses and stuff want to get over to our farming area, in and out, right? So the inn is particularly challenging. Most of the people here are going over here, and then getting caught up in all these intersections, and they're either going, some of them are going all the way over here, right? Now, there could be a connecting road there, but I mean, why? Why make it that simple?
So kind?
Yeah, why would we ever need to be that simple? But I'm thinking that maybe what we could do is so let's pause. Maybe make like a way, like an express and extremely precarious way for people to get over here. Now that we have this area freed up for ourselves, what do you think?
Yeah, I think there are worse things we could do. That seems like a decent idea to me.
All right, so maybe what we'll do is go like this, right? And then we should have. There we have highway, right? So we can go like this, and then we can elevate this one. Get it across, like, we can get it anywhere here. Wow. Space already occupied.
Slope too steep.
Yeah.
You need some kind of off-ramp to get onto it, I think.
This is the most dangerous. Why would you do this? I may just leave it like that. No, I won't.
Why would you do this? Because you hate motorists.
I do. I guess
or possibly it's your last day on the job.
Alright, so we could have one that goes off like this. Yeah, this is a challenging problem to solve, right? Because we sort of want to get people... I wonder if we should just make a separate off-ramp over here, and then just have that pipe straight in. Like, that would be by far the simplest thing, right? Yeah, that would be by far the simplest thing. All right, so this is a highway ramp.
I'm no engineer, but maybe.
So let's go ahead and lay out the road that we want right here, and then we'll make everything connect to it. Okay. Goodbye, trees.
Oberon would weep.
Well, you know what? Fuck Oberon.
And quite probably he often does.
Yeah. That's the whole goal.
He invites people to, like, restore nature, and then he just gets sidetracked with dinosaurs.
Wow. I see what you did there. I don't really understand why we're having problems here, but this is fine. Because this is sort of where we're going to get in and out. Now let's go ahead and build off-ramps. So this is straightforward right here, right? Like, this can go to here.